Well, I ended up down here after I retired. After I retired from playing in 2002, I went to coaching side and bounced back and forth through our minor league teams. And this is one of our minor league teams was in San Antonio. So they played the Hooks. So I took every opportunity that I could to come down here and see the team. Been coming down here my whole life. My parents are retired down here, so I know, a whole bunch of these guys. Lowell Odom, Jay Watkins, Tommy Ramzinski, Todd Adams, Brett Phillips, Danny Adams, all those guys. Kevin Callum. I've known all those guys for a long time. So with my parents being retired down here, it was kind of a natural place for me to come. Grew up in San Antonio. I could have gone there, but I figured I'd spend all my time down here hunting and fishing. Duck season's right around the corner. The fishing. And I know all these guys.
Yeah,
my parents are here. My parents are here, retired, and a lot of places I would go, people would make a big deal about me playing baseball, and take nothing away from it. It was a big deal. I'm very proud of what I did there. I think it made my parents very proud. Set out to accomplish something, and luckily I was able to do it. But when it comes time to pay the bill, it's my turn, just like anybody else's down here. And these guys treat me like a regular guy, and it actually puts me in a setting where I'm inferior to a lot of these guys. And what I mean by that is they're better fishing guides, and they help me out a lot. I'm not afraid to get on the phone and call any one of those guys I've mentioned and say, hey, I've got a party tomorrow, I don't know where to go. Give me some help here. I've got some ideas. I don't want those guys just telling me go to this exact spot and do this, but are you catching them on deep shell? We get a weather change and the north wind starts blowing. I've had these guys booked for 2 months, and I'm not quite sure, what my avenue should be right here. And these guys say, north wind starts blowing, go over there on that shoreline and the wind will be blowing up against it. It'll look like you're not going to catch anything at all. The water will be muddy, throw your bait right up against the bank and hold on. And sure enough, that's what happens. So
that's great, because I know a lot of times they're not nearly as embracing to the new guys.
And there's some other guys that I know down here that are new, and I've tried to help them out as much as I can. But they're kind of standoffish for some new guys. Luckily for me, I've known most of these guys 10, 15, 20 years because I've been coming down here, friends with Lowell, and I've been fishing with them and gone fishing, when I had a chance in the winter, pre-fishing for tournaments and stuff like that. And, in the beginning, it was kind of, I don't want to say starstruck, but, they were real impressed with what I did. And, now I'm just another one of the guys. And that's real comforting to me. I can go to the grocery store and everybody says hi, and, I know everybody's genuine. How you doing? Did you catch any fish? Where'd you catch them? So that's made it a lot easier and a lot of fun.
He made a hole in the screen in the Astrodome. You can still see it to this day.
The screen? You mean the monitor, the big TV screen?
There's a giant screen out in the left field, and he and somebody else got back and forth as to whether anybody could throw it that far, and sure enough, he stood there and threw it and knocked a hole in it. So
it's still there, the hole.
Yeah,
they never
we
fixed
used to go to the
that.
Astrodome, look out there and make sure his hole was still up there because it was all lighted except his little dark spots.
I had no idea.
Well,
that was never attributed to him, though, I guess.
No.
Yeah. You shouldn't be able to throw it. You shouldn't be throwing at it in the first place.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great.
They had a good time.